Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Jackson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brunt into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's got room. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. Here's 1st and trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. The last run good for 2. Here's
12. 49. Hey, whoa. Here we go, D. 49 to Mike. Watch 49.
below the throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. 180. Push him back. 65. Hey, nice 7.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 39, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
56. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Garoppolo now. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Jackson on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Garoppolo looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Jackson now, throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
One thing I love about this job is that I get to go to practices before games and watch guys work out. And what throws me every single time I see Richard Sherman, one of the best corners in the league, is just how long he is. I'm not even talking about being 6'5". That's not what I'm saying. The length of his arms, his ability to run with receivers and make plays on the football, even when it looks like there's a chance to fit it in. This guy is something else, and there's no surprise to me that this guy was a receiver before he was a cornerback, and maybe that's what helps him out too, because he understands how receivers think.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Mike 40, Mike 40. Watch the run. White.
Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Bryant is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. Open man right side is Shark. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Here we go. 180. Quarterback, don't get hurt. Snap. Six. Hey, Steve 6.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go. Get the flag. 56. Come on, boy. Come on. Put it to him, Jack. Cover. You put it to him.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick hitter complete. It's Brown. A loss of 2 there, second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Jackson will throw again. He'll buy some time right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Uses the stiff arm. This will be caught at about the 5. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
He can run, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And sometimes you just put it in the hands of your quarterback, let him take you home.
And you just know the NFL playbooks nowadays have gotten just a little bit thicker because just about everyone has a quarterback run series involved now, and we just saw the evidence of it.
Do defenses hate that?
Drives them crazy because the quarterback is usually not a guy that runs with the football. You cover everyone else, and all of a sudden he waltzes in on you.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. 11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Shark's got it, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd down, McKinnon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Going for it with McKinnon. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Look, and now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll roll him out right.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get out the field, defense.
Throwing again. Jackson. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Shoves him aside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 42 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Ravens 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jackson to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Throwing now is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Saw man coverage on the perimeter, and that was a pretty good throw. And it's one of those ones that wasn't an easy catch, but it's one that he thinks that he should have come down with, although I'm sure the opposing cornerback would beg to differ.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Nick Bosa. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers.
Here we go. 180. Check.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.